Hi, I'm Mayor Frank Jackson. You've probably seen media coverage of the growing opioid epidemic in northeastern Ohio. But what you might not know is how many of these tragedies begin with a seemingly innocent prescription for pain medication. That is why we're teaming with the Cuyahoga County Opiate Marketing Task Force to encourage you to know the risk. Go to the website on your screen to learn which pills are opiates and alternative ways of dealing with pain. Which starts as a prescription can end with addiction, so know the risk.
Check, 1, 2.
Congratulations to the Turkish community and welcome.
Okay, a brief technical difficulty. We're back online with the Azerbaijani garden. Correct? All right. There it is. The delegates there. Hey, how about this? The Azerbaijani garden was dedicated 10 years ago. So this is the 10th anniversary of them being members of the Cleveland Cultural Garden.
All right, and the Catalan countries is a modern term used to describe the Catalan nation, the lands where Catalan language is spoken. The Catalan countries include Andorra, an independent country, Catalonia, Valencian County, the Balearic Islands with Mallorca and Ibiza, and other small regions. The Catalan flag, Senyera, consists of 4 red stripes on a gold background. Then welcome. Thank you.
Up next, we have the Vietnamese garden, and look at this garden. Isn't it beautiful? Amazing. Now, the goal of our garden delegates is to share the culture and traditions of the Vietnamese people, fostering understanding, friendship, and cooperation among all people in the process. A strong delegation, a beautiful country, and a beautiful people. Thank you. The Vietnamese garden.
And next we have the Croatian garden. Our friends of the Croatian garden who are with us today, make sure you go past the garden and learn about their rich history. They have a beautiful display and they have a lot to see. So thank you to the Croatian community. You have a beautiful garden.
Next, we have the American Garden, represented by the kids from the Hawkins School. They've actually cared for the American Garden for a few years now, so in addition to that warm welcome, understand that they're hardworking and they care about the garden as much as our country. And they partaking in the parade, that's not all they're doing today. Make sure you stick around. They're going to participate in our naturalization ceremony.
And next we have a representative from the Slovak Garden. The Slovaks began immigrating to Cleveland in the late 1870s, settling first around East 9th Street near the Cuyahoga River. It is always great to see our friends and their entire with us at One World Day. Congratulations. Glad you're here.
Following the Slovak Garden is the India Garden as they pass right by the India Cultural Garden, for many of you, right across the street. They're representing some 29 states in India, the world's most populous democracy. They have regional attire on and they have performances going on as well. So stop by and give them a round of applause. Thank you so much for participating.
And next we have the Hebrew Cultural Garden. It was the first garden to be built after the Shakespeare Garden and signaled the formal beginning of the cultural gardens as a whole. So they're very, very important to us. They were dedicated in 1926 thank you to our good friends for being with us today in the parade. They've made some great restorations in their garden. You have to go by and see it. It's just lovely. Congratulations to the Hebrew community.
The Youth Ability Program also marching with the Slovenian. That's awesome. Hebrew, excuse me. All right, here up next is the Slovenian Garden. What a flag that is. Majestic. They're here and they're parading with us, and some adorable attire there as well. Bravo! Give them a round of applause. The Slovenian Garden.
And next we have the Italian Garden. Members of the Italian Marching Band, costume members, Italian choral group, the flag bearer, and the large Italian Garden banner. They have wonderful activities in the Italian Garden. If you haven't gotten to their opera in the middle of July, you need to get there. It's toward the end, and it's a great, great event. Congratulations to the Italian Garden.
Yeah, rather ornate garden. Following them, the Greek Garden. Who can mistake that flag? Rich blue and white. The Greek Garden's been one of the longtime friends of the One World Day Festival, so give them applause. Stop by. They always have great food and learning experiences at one of the oldest gardens here in the Cleveland Cultural Garden.
Our next group is the Russian Cultural Garden. Congratulations, and look at the outfits. They're just spectacular. And of course, the Russian Garden, they just had their dedication last week and opened their official garden, joining 30 other gardens in this beautiful chain. The Russian Cultural Garden's delegates and friends are developing a beautiful new garden and are attracting more and more young volunteers. This group presented to Clevelanders the first winter family event in the gardens. It's Mazalicha Festival and the Gardens of Talents, the Gifted Youth Musical Festival, and many other events. So be sure to stop by and enjoy them.
Following them, we have the German Garden. Look at these great outfits representing Germany. Of course, when you stop by the German Garden, it's not just an experience for the soul. You can actually learn about many historical monuments there and check out the busts in the garden as well. The German Garden.
And next we have the Albanian Cultural Garden. Our friends of the Albanian Garden are with us today. This garden was dedicated in 2012. Make sure you stop by to taste the good food and to see the beauty of their garden. Congratulations to the Albanians. I know you had a great time last year, and you'll have it again this year. Thank you for coming.
Approaching the naturalization ceremony stage is the Polish Garden. Wow, this is a beautiful group. Their garden was dedicated in 1934 with the planting of an elm tree from Poland. And of course, Poles were one of Cleveland's largest nationality groups in the 20th century. Some arrived earlier. All are welcome. Beautifully dressed and attired, the Polish Garden.
Okay, well, coming up next are our friends from the African American Garden. If you haven't stopped by, you need to. You see the African American Garden and the wonderful progress they're making. They have a lot of activities there. You'll have a great time this afternoon. So be sure to stop by the African American Garden.
Coming up next is the Bhutanese Napoli delegation, and we welcome their community as they serve the mission statement, unity and diversity is the strength of humanity. What a mission statement that is, isn't it? Working with the refugee population, resettlement agencies, and immigration since 2008. This is actually their first appearance with us here at the One World Day Festival, so make sure you give them a warm round of applause.
And testing, and the Lebanese Cultural Garden. We have the delegates from the Lebanese and Lebanese Traditional Folk Ensemble. They have a lot of activities in their garden. Be sure to stop by the Lebanese Cultural Garden. Great food and music and dance. Oh, and after the ceremony, they're going to perform right here in the main area where the naturalization ceremony is. So come back to see the Lebanese dancers perform.
Following up, the Colombia delegation. This is their first time with us at the One World Day Festival, so make sure you applaud them as well. Colombians in Cleveland showing the presence and pride of their heritage as part of Cleveland's wonderful community fabric, and that bright yellow, blue, and red flag, and their attire, so beautiful.
Coming up next, we have the Pakistan Garden. With their beautiful, colorful flag, our friends from the Pakistan Garden are participating with their cultural music and food and all sorts of activities today. So be sure to see the Pakistani Garden.
Next up is the Ethiopian Garden. What a strong ensemble. All the colors represented. The Ethiopian Cultural Garden is the first tribute of its kind, so make sure you stop by and visit with them. We have beautifully made books showing where all the gardens are. You can use them as reference to find and visit all of the gardens. The Ethiopian Garden.
And coming up next, we have the Serbian Garden. The Serbian Garden delegates will be celebrating 10 years with the Federation this October. Their garden was dedicated on October 5th, 2008. The Serbian Cultural Garden features a central plaza with a marble cube and circular concrete seating. The plaza also contains the garden's message, "Only unity saves the Serbs." Congratulations, and thank you for coming.
Coming up next, the Hungarian Garden. And look at this traditional garb. So beautiful, representing the country of Hungary and all of its warm ethnic traditions. Please give a warm round of applause for the Hungarian Garden. The Hungarian Garden celebrating its 85th anniversary this year. That is remarkable.
Okay, the Brazilian delegation, is here. The Brazilians in Cleveland is a non-profit organization which aims to integrate and support the Brazilian community in the region through education, outreach, and events. They promote the Brazilian culture, welcome newcomers, support and encourage social initiatives, and contribute to charitable causes. Welcome them on their first appearance in One World Day. Welcome to Cleveland Cultural Gardens. Congratulations, Brazil. Great colors.
Brazilian people always do festivals really well. Celebrating their 100th anniversary, up next is the Lithuanian Garden. One of the oldest and always richest here in the Cleveland Cultural Gardens, the Lithuanian Garden, 100 years strong. Look at the pageantry, this is remarkable.
Great job, everybody. Look at the flags. They're just gorgeous. Great organization.
A strong turnout celebrating a worthwhile mark, 100 years in the Cleveland Cultural Gardens.
Coming up next is the Chinese Cultural Garden. All right, here comes the Chinese Cultural Garden group. The beautiful colors of our friends from the Chinese Garden highlight the red and gold and the beautiful costumes they're wearing. They were established here in the Cleveland Cultural Gardens in 1985. It reveals much about the complex history of China. And look at that gorgeous dragon, and I know you'll see that dragon dance somewhere today. Yes, how beautiful.
Following the Chinese Garden are representatives of the Romanian Garden. Beautifully dressed. These delegates, they're representing the garden that greets you north towards the lake in the Cleveland Cultural Gardens. Make sure you head up that way as well. Take a nice long stroll today on this beautiful September afternoon. Make sure you stop by the Romanian Gardens to learn about the great composure there of their sculptures. The Romanian Garden and their beautiful people.
All right, let's keep the parade moving. Coming next is the Ukrainian Cultural Garden delegation. We're so delighted to have them here, and their delegate, Bezha Kuzlati, is leading the group. Congratulations. The members of the Ukrainian Garden, the garden was dedicated in 1940, and stop by the garden to learn about their very popular poet and pen statue in this garden. Welcome to the Ukrainian Cultural Garden. Glad you're here.
Up next, the Mexico delegation, representing Centro Cultural Mexico Delegación. How about that? This is interesting. This is their first appearance at the One World Day Festival, our friends and neighbors to the south. And adding on top of that, the importance of this celebration today is Mexico's Independence Day. Beautiful attire, the Mexico Garden.
And next we have the Uzbek delegation. Uzbekistan is the shining pearl of the East, the center of the Great Silk Road, and a country born of an ancient civilization and a profound culture with a large quantity of monuments and historical buildings of various epochs, from the evolution of Homo sapiens to the formation of large ancient cities, such as Samarkand, Bukhara, and Khiva. Rich historical heritage of Uzbekistan, its spiritual and moral traditions, invaluable contributions to world culture, have become a basis and a visiting card of tourists around the world. Welcome them to One World Day in their first appearance.
Up next with their flag held high, it's the Estonian Garden, and it is a majestic flag. The delegates of the Estonian Cultural Garden are here to remind us that their garden was dedicated way back in 1966. They've always been around for a while. Stop by their garden, take it all in, and learn about the rich history of Estonia, the Estonian Garden. Also celebrating 100 years of independence, Estonia.
And next we have a group from Indonesia, the Permias diaspora, the students in the United States who represent Indonesia. And they study here in the United States and are united through this effort. Welcome again this year. Congratulations.
Coming up next, the Armenian Garden. These are our members from the Armenian Garden with their colorful flag. The Cultural Garden celebrating the distinct identity of the Armenian people. Make sure you stop by, say hello. The Armenian Garden.
And next we have the Irish Cultural Garden delegation. They are represented by the Murphy Irish dancers, who are well known for their expertise in traditional Irish dancing. They won first place in North America this summer at the North American Championships. So welcome to the Murphy Irish dancers. And the Irish Cultural Garden was dedicated in 1939. And if you stop by, the dancers are performing today at 2:30. So hopefully you'll get a chance to see them. And welcome.
And that concludes the Parade of Flags, but of course the One World Day Festival is just getting started. There are many performances ahead, as well as a naturalization ceremony right here in the Syrian Garden in just a bit.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
For an in-depth look at local news and events happening in our great city, tune in to TV20's Weekly News Wrap-Up, where you get the whole story. Daily at 7 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m. Only right here on TV20. TV20, we are Cleveland.
Welcome, everyone, to the 73rd annual One World Day celebration. Thank you so much for coming. We'll move right along as fast as we can, and thank you for coming to enjoy these beautiful gardens and to honor our new citizens that are going to be naturalized today. So we'll begin with the posting of the colors by the City of Cleveland Police Department. Please sing proud and loud. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly hailed by the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets would glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much. This was Dorota Sobieska. She is the head of the Cleveland Opera. What a beautiful voice. Thank you for coming and being here. She will give us another opera song at the end of the ceremony, so stick around, please. Welcome to the 73rd One World Day. One World Day is a celebration of the best in Cleveland, a festival of diversity and culture, a message of peace and harmony among the people. Our Cleveland Cultural Gardens motto, peace through mutual understanding, peace through mutual understanding. It cannot be more relevant these days. communities from all over the world emigrated to Cleveland to build a new life and a new destiny. They brought their culture and history with them. They erected monuments for their heroes to guide them. It became a collection of world cultural heritage. Here among us, cultural icons all around you: Shakespeare, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Goethe, Chopin, Liszt, Pope John Paul, Mark Twain, Nizar Qabbani, and 70 other monuments for notables from all over the world. Our gardens are bursting with flowers and serenity for you to enjoy. There is no place in the world that comes close to this collection of beauty and culture. There is no place like the Cleveland Cultural Gardens in the whole world. A lot is happening these days in the gardens. Existing gardens are flourishing. Many communities are asking for new spaces to erect their gardens. I am so happy to tell you that through our close work with the City of Cleveland and Mayor Jackson and his team, we will have 16 new lots for new gardens. This is the first expansion in 100 years of the history of the gardens. We want you, we want the communities that are here now and don't have gardens, we want you to start your gardens tomorrow. So if you're ready, put yourself together, put your group, your community together, and talk to us so you can start your new garden. The Cleveland Cultural Gardens Federation celebrated its 100-year anniversary 3 years ago. It took on a major project of building up an outdoor theater for performing arts. We're calling it the Centennial Peace Plaza. It's going to be located at the slopes of the German Garden, right in the center of the stretch of the gardens. This is going to take a lot of work and efforts to transform the gardens from a passing area to a destination park. We want these gardens to become a destination for you and your families and your communities and people from all over the world to come and enjoy it and have performances here. There will be performances of music and dancing and education with 300 seats, a gathering place for people of the world. I want to thank the City of Cleveland, the Cleveland Foundation, Holden Trust, and UCI, the State of Ohio, for their early support of this project. And we're hoping to build it and have it ready for the 2019 One More Day. We encourage every one of you to support it as well. If interested, please contact our office. We're working with Famicos. It's a community development organization to build an information and education center at the southern corner of the gardens up here on East Boulevard. Thank you, Famicos, and all the great supporters of this project. Through the generous support from the Cleveland Foundation, we were able to hire an executive director, Ms. Lori Ashik, for the first time in the Federation history. Lori, where are you? Lori. Here's Lori. Come up, Lori. Come sit close to us. We're building strong ties with the major cultural institutions around us, organizations like Global Cleveland, Joe, Destination Cleveland, and the Cleveland Council on World Affairs. Many distinguished individuals joined our new advisory board. I want to salute the generations of volunteers who led the Federation for over 100 years. We stand here witnessing their dedication and hard work. This organization was carried on for 100 years by volunteers from their communities. We're humbled to see their hard work results. I want to thank the City of Cleveland for their continued support for our vision and projects. Mayor Jackson, Valerie McCall, and Alex Lackey. We have with us today Alex Lackey from the city. Thank you, Alex, for being a great supporter. I want to thank the many city council members who supported this event, and namely Mr. Kevin Conwell, who is the councilman for Glenville and the Gardens area, and Yvonne Conwell, the county councilwoman. We had, during the parade, the county executive, Armand Budish, with us, and he had to leave for another function. I want to also thank Cuyahoga Arts and Culture and U.S. Bank for their generous support. I want to thank the One World Day team who worked very diligently over the last several months to produce this great event. Namely, Mr. Johnny Wu and his team, Angela and Wu. Where's Johnny? Is Johnny around? Johnny Wu? He's a great organizer and did a great job in having, he assembled a great team and produced this beautiful event. I want to thank the members on his team from the Federation, Sheila Crawford, she's the past president, Tom Turkley, vice president, where's Tom? He's at the booth, Dan Hansen, Mehmet Genser, and Ashim Datta. Thank you, Ashim, for your hard work. Where's Ashim? I want to welcome you to the Syrian Cultural Garden, celebrating here by the Palmyra Arch of Triumph, which was destroyed, but it is standing tall in Cleveland. This gives a meaning to the naturalization ceremony that's about to start at our garden. I want to thank the delegates from the Syrian Garden, Dr. Adnan Mourani and Mr. Jamil Daye, for their continued support, taking care of wonderful garden here. Enjoy your day, celebrate the music, dance, and food from all over the world, and thank you for being here.
Hello, my name is Alex Lackey. I'm here on behalf of Mayor Frank G. Jackson. First off, I'd just like to say thank you to the people in the audience for choosing to live in Cleveland. We're really happy you're here. Thank you to Dr. Corey and Sheila Crawford and all the members of the board. Dr. Corey is a big shot doctor at the clinic, but he puts in like 20 hours a month working on this stuff, so we're really glad he's here.
20 hours a week.
20 hours a week, sorry. Okay. All right, so I got a little speech and then a proclamation that I'm going to give to Dr. Corey. One World Day is a long-standing tradition that allows us all to come together and really reflect on the phrase, peace through mutual understanding, the Cultural Garden's motto. This is a day where we not only celebrate our cultures, but learn about many other cultures than our own. These gardens represent our people and their diverse heritage that make up the unique fabric of Cleveland. Cleveland was a city built on immigration and is one that today is still open to many people from any country and any ethnic background. We value diversity and the impact it has on our businesses, our schools, and our community. And before we do the proclamation, I'd just like to do a shout out for employment with the city of Cleveland. If any of the newcomers are looking for a great job with our police department, or fire department, or an administrative function at the city, we have a lot of really good jobs to fill, and it's pension, great pay, and it gives you an opportunity to help and give back to the community while you make your living. All right, so I got a proclamation here for Dr. Corey. On behalf of the citizens of the city of Cleveland, I am honored to offer this proclamation designating September 16, 2018 as One World Day in Cleveland. The Cleveland Cultural Gardens Federation has hosted One World Day in the Gardens every year since 1946. For the past 73 years, One World Day has been the one and only official annual event hosted by the Cleveland Cultural Gardens Federation. The Cleveland Cultural Gardens Federation has remained committed to the preservation, revitalization, and development of the gardens and fostering a spirit of brotherhood and world peace in our community. Thank you, Dr. Corey.
It's challenging to stand next to Alex. Is Mr. Kevin Conwell here? Is Yvonne Conwell here?
Well, we want to thank Councilman Kevin Conwell for his support and his wife, Yvonne Conwell, who's a county councilwoman. We really appreciate what they do for the cultural gardens, in addition to Mayor Jackson and his office and the departments that help us, parks, recreation, they help cut the grass and keep everything looking good. We also want to thank some of the, particularly the honorary councils who support the cultural gardens over the years. Many are out of town today, but we would like to introduce you to Marianne Bernadotte, who is the honorary council from Switzerland. If you'd please come forward, Marianne, she's right over there. Thank you. And now to move on to the naturalization ceremony, the most important thing you've all been waiting for. We'd like to introduce the Honorable U.S. Magistrate Judge Jonathan D. Greenberg of the United States Northern District Court. Judge Greenberg.
Good afternoon, everyone. I can't imagine a more appropriate place for this naturalization ceremony. Our single American culture, our American cultural garden, is the sum of all the cultural gardens all of us have come from, most of which are represented by the 32 or so, is my number right, in this beautiful boulevard. This location here is the ideal place for this special and meaningful ceremony. Soon you will become citizens of the greatest country in the world. We will all be fellow Americans, all equal. You have come here to make a better life for yourselves and for your families, just like my relatives and everyone else in this country before you. We're all proud of you this day and for your commitment to this country. As the great American revolutionary patriot Thomas Paine said, our citizenship is our national character. Our great title is Americans. Today's ceremony comes on a very special date. Today is the day you become citizens. It's a day you will always remember. Please cherish it. We are proud and excited to celebrate this important ceremony. We are proud and excited to celebrate all of you becoming citizens. We must, each and every one of us, be informed about our government and our community. Participating in democracy is your responsibility as a citizen. As a citizen, you can serve in the armed forces, run for state and local office, apply for a U.S. passport, and serve on a jury. Each of these responsibilities is important. Please perform them. You can think, say, and do as you wish and not be punished for your beliefs. You are part of the greatest country in the world. Our leaders are strong and important on the world stage. Our ability to praise and to criticize our elected officials is one of the hallmarks of our freedoms as citizens of this great country. But do so as respectfully as you would be praised or criticized. Participate in political activities. Become involved in your community. And respect the people you agree with as well as the ones you do not. On this 231st birthday of the Constitution, let me say to you, my fellow Americans, congratulations. It is now my pleasure to administer the oath of allegiance. Will the petitioners please rise and raise your right hand? You and each of you hereby declare on oath that you absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any prince, foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which you have heretofore been a citizen or subject, that you will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that you will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by the law, that you will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law, that you will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose or evasion. So help you God. Please say I do. Congratulations, my fellow Americans. Councilman, I will now hand out the certificates. Is there a representative from the Naturalization Department? Ashley? Can you read the name? Send it here. Okay, ready?
Let me call them? Yeah. Okay. Shira and Shay Shamel. Belize Greenwood.
Congratulations.
Mason Abdullah. Nabrika Allen.
Why don't you come up now?
Fernando Shilab. Carlos Oriana. Ian Balarica. Leticia Bilafan. Andy and Coletta Bicaro. El Suni El Khalifa.
Congratulations. Good reception there.
Sham Sharaf. Sihan Sharaf.
Congratulations.
Abhiji and Sarupa Borawake. Abdullah Patel. Kalpana Kalikote. Victoria Pakulski. Dan Giesing. Bogdan Bog. Gloria Elias.
Congratulations. Very nice. Take this way. Oop, this comes. This time.
Julian Pham.
Congratulations. Here you are. Take this way. Take that. Congratulations.
Lise Ramatoso. Lise Retamoso. Turat Askar. Fahmi Adat Salam. Birendra Yamuna Gali. Abelino Murillo.
Congratulations, young man.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to all the recipients of the U.S. citizenship.
Senator Portman's office is here. The gentleman from
I want to recognize Mr. Ray here from Senator Portman's office. Thank you for being here and your support. Are you going to sing? We're going to hear a quick song now from the Hawkins School. Thank you for being here. Hawkins has been a great supporter of the gardens, and they're in charge of the American Garden. Thank you for being here and bringing them. We're going, right after this, we're going to hear also another opera song, and then we have the famous Lebanese Ajyal Debke Ensemble performing on the stage here. It's a very active program, so please stick around to watch that performance. Do you want the microphone?
Can you guys hold the mic for everyone?
Beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
We're gonna lead the pledge. Go ahead and hand over the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much.
I would like to add a song, which is a Polish song, but will resonate with many nationalities. This is a song by a Polish composer, Stanisław Moniuszko, and it was written to the text by Goethe, which says, "Do you know this land?" And it is a question that we could ask here, because I think we should learn about other cultures, other traditions, art, and this place is unique, perfect for that mission. So I will sing just one stanza, not to be long, without accompaniment, a cappella, but you'll get the sense of that importance from it. Znaszli ten kraj, gdzie cytryna dojrzewa, pomarańcz blask majowy złoci drzewa, gdzie wieńcem błyszczyny dawne stroi, gdzie była laur i cyprys cicho stoi. Znaszli ten kraj, ach, tam moja miła, tam był mi raj, tam był mi raj, gdybyś ty ze mną była, tam był mi raj, tam był mi raj, gdybyś ty ze mną była.
Thank you very much. Beautiful voice. We're going to have a ceremony just for you at the Syrian Gardens, Datora. I now call on the Lebanese Ajyal Dabke group to please come to the stage. So thank you for being here again. Enjoy your day.